James Mattis has left Seoul, the first stop of his first official overseas tour as the U.S. Secretary of Defense. Before flying to Japan, the defense chief, who displayed clear awareness of South Korea's circumstances, facing Pyongyang's continued nuclear threats and challenging acts coming from China on the South China Sea issue, suggested to his Korean counterpart, and around-the-clock communication with Seoul. Shin Se-min starts us off.
U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis in Tokyo on the final stop of his first official overseas tour said on Saturday that Washington's cost-sharing arrangement with Tokyo for the stationing of U.S. troops in Japan is a model for other nations. Secretary Mattis was speaking at a press conference with Japanese Defense Minister Tomomi Inada after their bilateral defense talks. According to a 5-year agreement signed 2 years ago, Japan is responsible for between $1.65 billion and $1.95 billion a year to support American bases in the country. But when Mattis was in Seoul for talks just days ago, the issue of cost sharing for U.S. forces in Korea was not taken up. President Trump had indicated during his campaign that he supports increasing the cost shouldered by American allies for U.S. troops stationed in each nation, including South Korea and Japan, which caused some to question his commitment to the defense of those countries. Aside from the matter of cost sharing, the U.S. defense chief said the Trump administration understands the threat North Korea poses to neighboring countries and regional stability through its accelerated moves to miniaturize a nuclear warhead and the development of intercontinental ballistic missiles.
From the threat of nuclear and missile provocations by North Korea to increasingly confrontational behavior by China in the East and South China Seas, we recognize the changing security situation.
Regarding the territorial issues involving China and Japan, Mattis explicitly said the Trump administration will stick to Washington's existing stance that the U.S.-Japan Security Treaty applies to protecting Tokyo's administration of the Senkaku Islands. To which China's foreign ministry reasserted Beijing's claims to the islands known as the Diaoyu in China and called on the United States to stop making, quote, wrong remarks about the issue. Shin Se-min, Arirang News.